Hello and welcome to Mid-America Baptist Theological Seminary. I'm Dr. Mikey Mewborn, and today I'm going to be doing a course overview of the class Systematic Theology 2. This class is referenced as TH6702. It's a 3-hour course and it's in the spring semester, January 21st through May the 20th, 2020. If you want to, you can go ahead and grab your syllabus at this time. It's been offered for you or made available to you on our Sonus web as well as your Moodle account. So make sure that you look at that, read through that very well, and that way we're on the same page of what I've given for you as requirements, as well as expectations that you might have for this course. All right, let me share with you a few things about the class that I think is going to be wonderful and helpful. I want you to know that on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, that the class meets residentially at the campus in Cordova, Tennessee from 10 o'clock to 10:50 a.m. We would love for you to be a part of the residential class whenever you are available. So if you can drop in and be a part of the class, just let me know that you're coming and we'll make sure that we have a seat for you and all those types of things. So love to have you in the class. It'd be great to see you, of course, to have you interact with other students as well. So make sure that you schedule in some of those opportunities for us if you're in the area. Also, I want to give you some personal information about me so that you can be able to contact me, or you'll be able to contact me if need be. My email address is mmewborn@mabts.edu. and my cell number is 901-483-1396. Now, I give these to you, of course, because if something comes up or you need to let me know about something going on in your life, whatever it might be, a question about an assignment, those things are best asked through email, and probably the most appropriate form is through email. But if there's something that's an emergency, please feel free to contact me through texting or a phone call or whatever it might be. So I want you to know that you can meet with me throughout the week with an appointment. If you want to meet on campus, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you just like to have a conference call or talk over the phone, we can set up an appointment to do that as well. But I want you to know I'm available to you and in whatever ways that you need, okay? Well, let's get started with the course description. Systematic theology is the formal presentation of the Christian faith in its doctrinal expression. This course is a careful and systematic study of Christian doctrines covering introduction to theology, revelation in Scripture, and the existence, attributes, and triune nature of God. TH6701 is not a prerequisite for TH6702. So you don't have to take Systematic Theology 1 in order to take this course. Actually, you can reverse that process, change it up however you need to do it, because this class is going to teach different things in both areas. And really, we're just talking about the attributes of God, or what makes God, Christianity, all the things that we find so important for Christianity. We'll be talking about two different things when we're looking at this as Systematic Theology 2. All right, let's get into the course objectives. To teach, number one, to teach the student basic theological truths, absolutely. Number two, to acquaint the student with selected aspects of literature, thought, philosophies, and movements within systematic theology. Number three, to examine various selected theological positions in detail. One of the things that I like to hone in on throughout my courses is to educate you in a lot of different areas. So we're not going to just focus on one type of Christian theology or one type of systematic theology. It's good to know all of them, or a lot of them that are out there, the prevalent ones, and then as long as you have the education in that area, there might be beliefs that you hold within those that are different than the person sitting next to you in class, or different than the person that's online with you. We can all be different in our theologies, but we're getting an education here. Number four, to reinforce the values and doctrines of historic Orthodox Christianity. Number five, to create appreciation for the study of theology. Number six, to shape the attitudes of the student towards major Christian beliefs. Number seven, to prepare the student to teach other theological truths. Number eight, to offer guidance in preparing printed lesson materials for use in the churches. Number 9, to lead the student to acquire skills in assessing theological materials. So there's a lot of wonderful benefits that come with taking this class, and I believe that you're going to be a lot stronger toward the end of the semester than you could ever imagine just by by learning how to articulate things, how to study things, and of course create maybe your own lessons for the future. Okay, course requirements. Let's talk first about the syllabus signature page. Well, on page 17 of this document, there is a syllabus signature page. This is mainly for residential students, and you can do this as well. You can fill that out, take a picture of it, and email it to me. That would be fine. But you could also just go and post online in the interactive forum on week 1 that you have read the syllabus in its entirety. So if you'll just post that, that would be the easiest thing for you to do and for me to know, because if you don't do this, it's a 3% deduction off your final grade, which is terrible. So make sure that you let me know that you have read the syllabus in its entirety. You see that there. Also, reading requirements for this class. There are mainly 2 books that you are going to be focusing on throughout this semester. The first one is Millard Erickson's book, Christian Theology, and that's the 3rd edition that we have for you there. And then Henry Thiessen's book, Lectures in Systematic Theology. We're going to be going back and forth with these books. Of course, I'll be using other books, whether it's from Wayne Grudem or Norman Geisler or commentaries, things like that. There's going to be a lot of different books that we'll use, but these are the ones that you have to read. Okay, so make sure that you know about that. As far as the Bible translation I'll be using, it's the English Standard Version. That's what I'll be using, but you're free to use different ones. NASB, if you want to use the Holman, whatever, feel free to use those. All right, for class participation and attendance policy, if you'll just skip on down to posting for online students. Let's just go through this very quickly under the requirements section. Students are required to post comments online for each class session for their participation grade. Students should respond to both questions posted by the professor and respond to at least one post by another class member. Posting fewer than 3 times per week will result in a lower grade, of course. And you can see the rubric for the posting later on in this document. All the posts must be submitted by Sunday night of that week at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you got to make sure that you get all your posts in for the week on that Sunday night. So you have until then to get them in. But ultimately, here's what happens. You're going to see a checklist for each week that you need to make sure you check off. It's reading, watching, and posting. Those are the things on the checklist. And so the first one, reading, have you read the material for this week? Number 2, have you watched the video lessons for the week in their entirety? That's number 2 there. Number 3, have you posted? And so at the end of every week, make sure you check that off. And that's kind of a checklist for you. It's a checklist for me. And of course, I'll be checking your posts anyways. But this is the way that I take attendance. And so I'll be making sure that you're watching the videos, posting, and reading the material. And this is the way that we'll be looking at attendance. Okay. Also, all students are going to be required to use Grammarly software for all work submitted in class. So that's part of this requirement thing that you're going through right now, saying, okay, what do I have to turn in? Well, just to let you know on the front end, I'll say it again on the back end, all things that are turned into this class are submitted into me, whether it's probably most likely it's going to be electronic, it's going to be something that's like an email, but if you want to hand in work, if you want to come by the seminary or the college, you're more than welcome to do that as well and hand in your work physically. But I would encourage you, hand it in digitally, but whatever you hand in has to go through Grammarly software, and we have made that available to you. If you do not have that at this time, maybe you're a new student, definitely contact our campus life department. We'll make sure that you get that, okay? All right, so if you look back now at the course requirements and you look at the class project, that's something I want to talk about for just a moment. You're going to write a 15 to 18 page paper. Now, what this simply means, it's going to be more than 15 pages because 15 pages has to be the actual text that you wrote that's original to your writing, okay? And so you're going to give, the body of your paper is going to be 15 pages. So it's going to be more than 15 pages because you're going to have a title page, table of contents, and you're going to have a bibliography at the end. So it's probably going to be 18 to 19 pages that's going to come out to be, just letting you know how that plays out, right? And so all topics must be approved by the professor, so you're going to need to email me probably about 2 weeks from now what the topic is for your paper, what you're thinking about writing, and then I am going to approve that or not approve that. I might respond to you in a way of saying, hey, it's not a bad topic, but have you considered this within that topic? And so I'll bring that up. We're using Kate Turabian's style of writing, and we're looking at the 9th edition of that. So it's a 2018 book that you'll need. Also, we provide a student supplement for your writing as well called the Turabian Guide. And if you don't have that, please let me know. We will get that to you. I can email that to you so that you have that available to you as well. And I might even just put that in the Moodle on the course overview section of this class. All right. Just a couple of things also about the paper. A minimum of 20 sources will be needed for this paper, which will include at least 4 scholarly journals must be cited in the paper. The paper will be due on the day indicated in the schedule. Late papers will be penalized. This paper will be created using the rubric on page 14. So there's a rubric that I will go by to grade your paper. So make sure that you know what I'm looking for, and then the paper is worth 25% of your grade. Okay, so those are some important things. Honor code. It is vitally important that you do all of your work with the utmost integrity. Okay, no plagiarism, no cheating on tests, nothing like that. This is an honor code. We are definitely in a seminary, and it's important that you follow these types of things. Of course, we are under the leadership of Mid-America. We're to show respect to Mid-America, but also at the same time to the one we serve, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. All right, so make sure you know those things. Exams. Each student will complete both a midterm and final examination. The final exam will be comprehensive. Will not be comprehensive. The exam schedule is shown on the attached schedule. All right. And then book review. You will write a 3 to 5 page book review about the book Christian Theology. Students in Systematic Theology 1 wrote on lectures in Systematic Theology, and so this is going to be the book, Millard Erickson's book, Christian Theology, and so you'll be writing on that. Okay, and then as I said earlier, all work submitted by the student must go through Grammarly software before you can truly submit it to us. Okay, that's important. And then as we continue on, late assignments, that's a no-go. Please, no late assignments. Any late assignment will be penalized 5 points per day, excluding weekends, but make sure that they're turned in on time. Missed examinations. This is mainly the syllabus you'll read in there. It's mainly for residential students, but here's the deal. For our students that are online, you're going to be given about 4 to 5 days to actually log in and take your test. You'll know when that day or when those days are coming up, but once you start the exam, you'll probably have 1 hour to 2 hours to finish it, to complete it. But once you complete it and you've submitted it, you get 1 submission with it. That's it. That's your test grade, okay? But you're going to have 4 to 5 days to take that exam. So there should not be any reason for a missed exam. And usually what happens, if you miss the exam for some reason, whatever it might be, usually there is no makeup for that because you've had 4 or 5 days to be able to do it, okay? So make sure that you know that. Class grading. Your course grade will be determined as follows. Participation grade is 10% of your grade, midterm exam 20, final exam 20, paper 25, assigned reading 15, and then book review is 10% of your grade. You have to earn the grade or you don't get it. So let me explain it this way. The student must earn the full percentage point for each grade. For example, an average of 94.7 is a 94, and therefore it is a B. It is not, or it's a B plus, not an actual A. Okay, so make sure that you know that. It really, really does matter when we're looking at all these things. Okay, course and syllabus modifications. I don't plan on changing things in the syllabus other than we may or may not have a quiz on certain days. I'll let you know about those things, but don't expect major things to change as we go throughout the course. Okay, course schedule, very simple, very straightforward. You can see there's the week that we'll be doing these things, then the date that we'll be doing them, topic for the day, and then assigned readings as well as assignments that are going on at that time as well. And so you get all the way down toward the end, you see book reviews due, term papers due, and then reading reports will be due, and then there's the final examination. So a lot going on there. You get into your bibliography, a lot that you can look at with the selected bib there for you, and you're going to need this bibliography for your paper, so make sure that you check in on that. It looks like page 14, the grading rubric that I'll be using to grade your papers, and then online grading rubric, which will be there for you on page 15. That's how I'll grade your posts. And then on page 16, we're looking at there the percentage of reading that you've actually done for this course. And the last page is the book review. Okay, so there's kind of a template way that you'll set up your book review. But this is a wonderful class. Systematic theology, you're going to really enjoy it. Of course, there's going to be things that you're going to say, wow, I've never heard that before, but that's good. You're becoming educated on different areas of theology and different doctrines that are out there. But then at the same time, what you're going to do is kind of hone in on what you believe, and you'll be able to articulate those even better after this course is over. All right? Well, I can't wait for the semester to get started. It's good to be with you. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.